It is time. Yes. Hello, and welcome, friends, local friends, and faraway friends across the country and the world to Recovering Addicts live stream coming to you from the heart of Utah. We are RA, and we are a nonprofit dedicated to standing shoulder to shoulder with those fighting the toughest of battle, and that's the battle of addiction. Okay? We are a relapse prevention center, and guess what? We are absolutely free. Free online and free locally here in Utah. Locally, we gather every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6 to 8 in the Iron House Gym. And that's located at 155 14th Street in Ogden, Utah. And the first hour, we dedicate it to our bodies, strengthening our physical resilience as we work out together. In the last hour, we unite our minds and spirits, sharing and supporting each other through our group therapy sessions. We are a therapeutic community. And the best of all, it is absolutely free. You can join us today and you can stay as long as you want. But this live stream right here, right now, it is for those who can't be here with us physically, but share our dedication to breaking free from the chains of addiction. It is for everyone looking for a beacon of hope, support, and connection in their journey towards long-term sobriety. Together, we're going to explore some latest news. We're going to deep dive into the intricacies of addiction. We're going to expand our spiritual horizon. We're going to equip ourselves with practical health and fitness tips. Remember, this isn't just a live stream, it's a lifeline. And we are here with you every step of the way. And our motto is, say it with me, we recover better together. So take a deep breath, ready your hearts and minds, because together we're not just surviving, we're thriving. Welcome to the Recovering Addict live stream. Let's embark on this journey with healing and empowerment together. I am LT, your host. I have hit rock bottom hardcore a couple of times in my life with drugs and alcohol, and I've done it without. But the two times in my life I hit rock bottom, first in the early 2000s was meth and alcohol, or meth mostly. Got some felonies to prove it, and then later in life I became a crazy alcoholic and had to go to rehab from that.
And I am Felice Weaver, the esposa de LT.
Esposa de ti.
Spanish?
Español. I
Yep.
like Español.
I'm your co-host for the day, the co-host with the mostest.
Fleece Cam. So what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about mediocre.
Being freaking mediocre.
Mediocrity.
Why do people give up? Why do people fail? Why? And the big question is, and I want y'all to start thinking about this right now, is what is your why? What is your passion in life? What gets you out of bed? Why are you sober? What? Obviously, we hit rock bottom, right? I know I did. I hit rock bottom in jail. And the second time I went back to jail after I broke probation, I was only out for like a month. I went back to jail. I was heartbroken. I was like devastated. You know, the whole thing that sucks as soon as you're locked up and you're waiting to get put into, you know, where all the other people hang out. The smell of the jail was making me gag. That was a rock bottom. Like, that was a rock bottom. That was a why I needed to quit. That was a why for me. I am sick of this. But then you kind of forget about the sick of this part. And there's other whys, right? Why? Because of my kids. Why? Because of my whatever. Fill in the blank. What is your why? What is your passion in life? This is what I want to talk about. And I want to talk about being mediocre in your life post-addiction. Okay, you've been clean a year. You're starting to take care of yourself. You're starting to take care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, I hope, in all areas, and you're excelling and doing well in it. How do you keep going to the next level? How do you keep managing and measuring yourself to get better and better every day? Because a lot of people in this world are just trying to find the easiest way to arrive at the death part of life. We all live and we all die. 10 out of 10 people die.
Fact.
Life is risky. Nobody gets out alive. What are we doing trying to make it so comfortable? Because when we're uncomfortable is when the growth happens, when the pain happens. And I'm going to do a bunch of quotes today. Arnold Schwarzenegger, David Goggins, Cameron Haynes. We're going to talk about mediocrity. But I'm going to let Fleece say what's up to everybody in the chat.
I like it. I like the mediocrity conversation. What's up, Jim? First one in the chat. Hey, y'all. Good to see you guys back here. Good to see you, Jim. What's up, Marilyn? Hey, everyone. Come and join us. We recover better together. What's up, Alan? Also, Millie's here. Hi, Dada.
Hi, Millie.
She says, I love you.
Love you too, babe.
We also got Link here.
Linky.
Oh, Millie says hi to me, too. That's nice. Who else we got? Share Squad from Link. Can't wait to see you, Millie. Millie just went on a trip to New Mexico, all the way through to Colorado to go see some of my mom's side of the family. Go see all the aunties and uncles. A little jealous. Don't look like she had a good time.
Yeah, it looked like they had real fun.
Yes.
Lots of fun.
Michelle Hapelavine, look at you. Hello from Canada. Good to see you here. What's up, Sean? Mexico in the house. That's who we've got so far saying hello.
Hey, just remember, if you guys want to support us, because we are a free recovery relapse prevention program, the best way to support us is to watch, like, love, put the heart buttons, and share us out. And tell your friends to share us out. Just share us out. That's all. And we got some big plans coming up for a sweet marketing event. I'll give you all that later.
It's going to be very cool. Not mediocre.
Not mediocre. Not freaking mediocre.
If it's mediocre, punch us right in the throat.
It's not going to be mediocre.
It's
going to be very difficult.
It's going to be epic.
Our shirts say do hard things, right? It makes you stronger. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions right now because a lot of people are like, so I got anxiety and depression. It's like, why? Why do you have anxiety and depression?
Yeah.
The anxiety and depression, a lot of people have it a little more than others, and but it stems from inactivity. It stems from not finishing tasks. It stems from all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to ask you, what does your daily life look like? Think about it. Monday through Friday, last week. Think about last week. You woke up Monday, you had to go to work, right? What time did you go to work? And then throughout those 24-hour days, what?
I was just talking while you talk.
Throughout each 24-hour day, look at what your time. Just analyze how you spend your time. How much time do you spend laying in bed watching TV? How many episodes on Netflix do you binge per night? I know John V is a marathon runner. And a lot of us out there, the only marathons we know are the Netflix series we binge on TV. Some Netflix marathons and that's about it. So how much time do you spend laying in bed watching TV? How much time do you spend on your phone mindlessly scrolling throughout the day? You wake up, you probably rush out of bed or something maybe, and you grab your phone and then you're on Facebook going to the bathroom or whatever, right? And then you get ready for work and then you land at your desk or wherever you're at and then bam, you're on your phone. At a red light, at the stoplight, you're on your phone. Lunchtime is probably spent completely on your phone while you're eating, mindlessly scrolling Instagram, mindlessly scrolling Facebook, things that aren't educational, just random topics that go from beautiful kitty cats to conspiracy theories to what does that look like on Mars and, just random topics that just keep your mind thinking just a little tiny sound bites of stuff that make you feel like you're getting smarter sometimes, but really you're not focused on one good solid thing during those moments, right? How much time in your day is unproductive? Map it out, write it down. If you're really truly trying to change and you want a better life, what does your day look like? And how productive is it? Because every day you spend inactive, you're getting weaker. And this could be the reason for your anxiety and depression. How do you spend your days? What do they look like? And another thing, on a daily basis, what are you putting into your body?
That's a good question.
If you're a cigarette smoker, a vapor, I'm a vapor. What do you eat? Is McDonald's your main fuel source?
Yeah. What kind of calories? Good calories, bad calories?
Good calories, bad calories.
What's going in there?
Donuts, candy. What kind of fuel are you putting into your body? What do you eat? When do you eat? And
all
how much? Yeah, all day.
Once a day.
Are you eating 3 times good healthy meals? Are you eating one good solid big healthy meal? Because that's okay too. Or do you snack and you're just candy this and whatever's easy that? And then how much do you eat? How big's your portions? Do you eat? I can eat, y'all. I can eat.
You can eat.
Okay.
I think you could win a food competition, like eating competition.
We need to enter some of those. I want to go to like a pie eating contest or some odd.
You could win anything but ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream, brain freeze. Can't handle the brain freeze. But
Portions.
How much do you eat? What's your portions look like? Is it like one small portion, but you go back 10 times?
Like Rodizio Grill.
Yeah, is it like a Rodizio Grill?
It's like one bite at a time, but by the end you're stuffed.
Yeah. So what do you put into your body? This could be a reason for your anxiety and depression. What are you filling your mind with? We already talked about Netflix marathons. We already talked about mindless scrolling and millions of different topics within 30 minutes that get you nowhere. Are you feeding it with what's going to make you grow? This is a good little start right here, what we're talking about. This will help you, hopefully push you to be more than mediocre, better than average. People who live average lives, they don't write story about those people. People who sit and criticize other people, they don't make statues out of critics. People who go out there, push the limits, get uncomfortable, do hard things, those are the people they write about. Those are the people who are remembered. You live a mediocre life, you're going to have a mediocre story that's going to be forgotten in history. That's a fact. Are you learning to get smarter through what you're reading and putting into your mind? Are you learning stuff that's going to help you make better decisions as a grandparent, a parent, a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, a child? What's helping you grow as a human being to be the best you can be? In all three of these areas too, right? We're talking about physical, we're talking about mental, we're talking about spiritual. Because if you're not feeding your mind something healthy to grow, this could be a reason for your anxiety and depression.
Hello.
Anything you wanted to say?
Is that all our reasons for
Nope.
anxiety and depression?
Absolutely
We have
not.
Tons more. I think those are all good questions to ask ourselves. Is this why we're feeling the way we're feeling? Is there things we can do to improve the way we're feeling? Is it because we're tired? Is it because we're hungry? Is it because we're not doing the things we know we should?
Yeah.
I don't know. All good questions you should ask yourself.
What's that quote you talk about sometimes, or you said the other day? Tasks undone or something?
Oh, I saw a meme. It's all, do you have anxiety about tasks? And then it's all, how to remove anxiety about tasks. And it's all complete tasks.
Complete it.
Just get it done. Get it over with. Finish it. Then you don't have to have anxiety about it anymore.
Yeah. It's pretty simple.
If you have anxiety about laundry, do your laundry.
Do it. Is the house cluttered and messy? Clean it. But I'm tired. So what? Make it happen.
Are you tired because you have anxiety because your house is dirty?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes it's an endless cycle. You're like, get overwhelmed. You just do it. Then you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Get it over with. Complete your tasks. If you don't complete your tasks, this could be a reason for your anxiety and depression. How disciplined are you? Are you a disciplined person? What time do you get out of bed? Think about this all week. What time did you get out of bed? Say you got a job and you got to be there at 8 o'clock. Do you hit snooze until you're out of bed at the last second, throwing your pants on, brushing your teeth, flying out the door, and the day just is dragging you through it because you couldn't wake up an hour earlier and set your intentions and set your mind? What do you do with your body when it's tired? I'm tired. But it's not like it's tired because you went and ran a marathon. It's not tired because you spent 5 hours building a house or something. You're just kind of throughout the day. I'm tired. How do you treat your body? When there's things to be done, do you just, I'm tired, I sit down. I'm hungry, I eat. And when I'm hungry, I eat just whatever's close and whatever's in the fridge because it's easy. How disciplined are you? And if you're in a bad mood, I'm mad, so I'm going to be mean to everybody. Basically, the question is, are you in control of your body, or is your body in control of you? Because this could be a reason for your anxiety and depression.
It's true. And all these things, we're the ones that have control over it.
Wherever you got to go, you got to go.
Need to go to the bathroom? Go to the bathroom.
It's true. That could be a reason for your anxiety and depression. Your body will go wherever the mind goes. Your limit is when the mind gives up. Obviously, we know that Easy is going to say something like, well, gravity, so you can't fly. He'll say something like that, maybe, probably.
Airplanes.
But your physical limits are what you put on yourself, is when you give up. And usually when people give up, they have 40% more chance they could do. See, this is the critics. This is the critics I'm talking about that they won't make statues about. Keyboard warrior. And here's a quote by David Goggins for a person just like this. Let's see. Where is this? I put it down here. Mediocrity, it feels so fucking good, Goggins posts. If you wake up and you don't want to work out, all you have to say is, fuck it, I don't give a shit. And if you are mediocre, you are probably hanging around other mediocre people. So they are happy that you don't add pressure to their life. One big, happy, soft ass family. People don't like hanging around with motherfuckers who make them feel uncomfortable or like an underachiever on a regular basis. We stay away from the fucking savages who wake up at 3:30 regardless of the weather if they got a good night's sleep. If their life sucks and times are hard, people stay clear of that cat. Those kind of people make you question yourself. They also let you know where your life ends and theirs begins. Love it.
There you go. Don't be mediocre. That's Aubrey, by the way.
Oh, what's up, Ob?
The one from Australia.
Oh, good day, mate.
Nice to see you. It's been a long time.
Long time, like 2 years.
Long time. Real quick shout out to Jim Hartley. He says, if I make it 25 more days, I'll have been continuously sober for 12 years.
Dang, we've celebrated some through his 9, his 10. I remember his 11, and now we're about to hit 12 with you, bro. That's crazy.
Very cool.
That's so cool.
Marilyn says, congratulations, Jim. You are a great inspiration to us all. Thanks for being you.
Yeah, I love it. No man has a right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training, so take care of your body. It's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Guess who said that? Socrates.
Socrates.
Push yourself to the limits, man. We have this gift called life. We all have gifts and abilities that we've been given in our lives. And to not use them to their full potential, to not give this body and push it to its limit of strength and your mind to its ability, we have wasted a gift given to us. Mediocrity. I'm done being mediocre with my life, period. And that's why I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing.
It's cool seeing, like, because I follow a lot of fitness videos, but there's like older ladies. They start working out in their 50s and they go all the way through their 80s. And then you see this 100-year-old woman deadlifting like 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Because she's like, why not? Because I can. And I'm like, yeah, girl, you get it. He says, I'll be 26 years sober on Thursday. And what you're saying about if you're in control of your body or the body is in control of you.
Yeah. A lot of people's bodies and emotions run their life. And that's a lot to do with their anxiety and depression. When the reality is your mind is greater than your emotions and your mind is greater than the body. Obviously, if your arm falls off because you got hit by a car, that's a whole different story. I'm talking about what you're capable of and what you can do within the limits of the laws of the universe, obviously. But we can all do so much more. We can all do so much better. The other day, I was tired. And usually when I'm tired, I go and lay down and take a little nap at around 2 o'clock every day. And my naps before were about 45 minutes to an hour, and they've been decreasing to just like a nod off in a chair, which is a healthy thing to do for your body. Obviously, you take care of your body in different ways, and that's one that I did. But I was trying something new, and I'm like, hey, I'm tired. This is usually the time I go and kind of just nod off for a second in the chair. But I went out and I rode 26 miles on my bike, and it was just as good as a nap. Better than a nap, really, because I got all the physical strength and endurance that I'm training for a race right now. So that's another reason. Go ahead.
Very cool. It says, my body is the pyramid to the soul that drives me. It must be built into greatness. That's right.
Absolutely.
We want to build ourselves into greatness.
It's got to be built. That's the key word right there. It's built.
It takes work to build.
It doesn't
something.
just happen. Us in addiction, we want instant gratification, and it's not. It's something you have to continue to work at daily. Every day, all day, holidays, birthdays, doesn't matter. You got to build it.
Yeah. Think about a house. You start with the foundation. First, you got to do the hole, and then you have to do the concrete, and then you have to build the things and the walls and all the stuff. It takes a lot of work. Because same with your body. Start with the foundation. What's your goals? What do you want? What do you want to achieve? Then you build on that to achieve what you want.
And it helps if you have a reason. So to stay hungry, right? Every day to wake up to be motivated. And I'm not talking about motivation that fades, because you have to do these types of things mentally, physically, spiritually. Work on these things even when you don't have that emotion of motivation, right? How do you push yourself to do that? What passion what passion do you have to stay hungry, to keep pressing at high levels, right? You need a reason. And what is your why? Everybody in the chat, drop some reasons why they would press to learn more, to get more educated, to physically get fit and work out? What are your guys' reasons? What's your reason to get sober or to stay sober, to get strong or to get educated? And you don't have to go to school to get educated. There's this thing called the internet, and we have the information of the world at our fingertips. There's libraries. I've been meeting with a girl at the library. She's this teacher, Spanish teacher, at the library, and I forgot how cool libraries were. It's this whole big, huge, giant building, like 3 floors,
Love libraries.
full of information for free.
They're so
We
cool.
have no excuse to get educated. We can totally educate ourselves. You just have to know how, or you have to have
You have
a
to
reason
want to.
why. And you have to want to.
You have to be curious. Never stop being curious. Marilyn says, Amen, Jim. I have 4 years, 3 months, 18 days internet transformation in my life. Thank all of you for your help on this road to recovery.
Yeah.
We love you, Marilyn.
Amen, Marilyn.
Jim says, it's been 4 years of recovering here on Recovering Addict, and I'm not going to stop now. Each and every one of you have been huge in these 4 years. I love and appreciate you all. We recover better together. Say good
Yes,
for
we
you,
do.
Marilyn.
Yes, we do recover better together.
Yeah, it helps to have a support team. Like all the stuff he's talking about, like you could do it on your own, but it's better to have somebody, maybe somebody who's interested that will go along the journey with you, or somebody that's just supportive and is like, yeah, you can do it. Keep going. Like have good friends. Have friends that want the same goal as you do.
Mm-hmm. Time is an equal opportunity employer. Each human being has exactly the same number of hours and minutes every single day. Rich people, Elon Musk type rich, cannot buy more hours in a day. Scientists, Albert Einstein type guys, cannot invent new minutes. And you can't save time to spend it on another day. Even so, time is amazingly fair and forgiving. No matter how much time you've wasted in the past, you still have an entire tomorrow. Meaning, if you feel like, well, I can't now because I've already just, look at me. I can't. I'm 45 pounds overweight. I'm this old. My toe hurts all the time. I'm gonna keep talking about John V because the dude always impresses me. Today he ran a half marathon.
John's cool.
This morning he ran a half marathon. Loved it. You can start right now. There's a guy I've been reading his book over this last week. Probably gonna listen to it again. I usually do to the good ones, and this is a good one. His name's Cameron Hayes. He's a bow hunter, and he's the best bow hunter in the world. He shoots a giant bull elk every single year, and the odds of doing that are 10%. 10% of hunters out there, and I'm talking about bow hunting, where you got to get within 40 feet of an elk, right? The big giant animal that lives 365 days a year in the mountains, scary, dangerous mountains,
They're huge.
surviving bears and cougars and weather, right? That's their habitat. He can get close enough to shoot it with an arrow. The average bow hunter is a 10% success rate, which means they shoot one every 10 years, right? He gets one every year, and he's gotten one every year since he was like 20. And his mindset, he's just this normal dude. You got to read this book. He's just a normal guy, has a 40-hour-a-week job. He just looks at himself like a small town guy, because he is. Small house, normal car, gets up and goes to work, works his 40 hours. He's just a hard worker. He says, I am nothing special. There is nothing special about me. I'm not smarter than anybody. I wasn't gifted mentally. I'm not more athletic than anybody. I wasn't gifted physically. I wasn't gifted in any way that gives me an edge over any other person out there. The only thing I do is I work harder. He gets up now. He's at the point in his life where he gets up in the morning and runs a marathon. He runs 20 miles plus in the mornings before his 40-hour work week job, right? And then he goes to work all day, and then he comes home and he shoots his bow. He goes on another exercise and hits the gym, and he takes care of and this guy does not quit. He's relentless about his pursuit of being the best bow hunter. He says becoming this strong is what's helping him be able to manage the mountains and the hikes in and hikes out, and carrying all the meat that takes care of his family throughout. Tons of work. Imagine chopping up a horse and carrying it out of 15 miles into a canyon that you had to hike through because cars and trucks, and they don't get there.
Yeah. That's
Dude's
work.
amazing. And that's how I want to be. I want to be like that guy.
I think that's a good goal to have. Be like that guy. For sure.
Why can't you get out of bed and exercise for 30 minutes before work? How come you can't get out of bed an hour before work, drink some coffee, and listen to something educational, or read something educational or spiritual, or spend it in prayer, or spend it in meditating? There's nothing stopping you. But you are the reason for your problems. What is your why? So to do all that, to have that much energy, this guy's why is he wants to be the best, right? He wants to be the best bow hunter in the world. It's the reason he gets out of bed at 3, 4 in the morning, goes and runs for 2 hours, and then goes to work. That's his reason. What's yours? Anybody out there got some reasons why? Because we're going to talk about some ways to get it.
We don't have any whys yet.
No whys. So rediscover your passions. When
Get
we're
tickled in the
caught,
throat.
when we're caught in the throes of addiction, our hobbies and passions often fall by the wayside. Sobriety gives you the time, energy, and focus to reconnect with the things that genuinely bring you joy and fulfillment. So now you're sober. Now you have time to reconnect with the things that genuinely bring you joy and fulfillment. So pre-addiction, childhood, what were some of the stuffs you like to do? What are some of the things that you used to do for fun? Or what did you dream about becoming when you grew up? Did you like to paint? Did you like to go around the house and tear things apart and see how they work? Did you tear the toaster apart and put it back together and found out you had a little knack for that? That could be stuff that you could pursue with this type of passion.
One small step at a time. Say I decided to go back to school, show up, learn, and do schoolwork, go home, do homework. First 2 years of my sobriety.
Very good. Love it. Improving physical health, I think, is very important. And a lot of people, even Christians around here and stuff, they'll say, well, Paul said it doesn't do that much benefit. He may have said it doesn't give you as much benefit as like spiritually pursuing the glory of God, but he didn't say there's no reason not to do it. And if you look at all of Paul's writings, he was definitely into sports. He was a sports guy. If he lived here in Utah, he'd be a Utah Jazz fan and probably a San Francisco Giants fan.
Definitely a
I'll
Giants
bet.
fan.
So becoming physically and healthy gives you the strength to do the things you need to do. And on top of that, it gives you their mind. It helps your mind run way better, like a well-oiled machine. Wolfman, no worries. No worries, Wolfman. 82.
It really does make your brain clear, especially if you're eating well. I notice when I eat well, my brain's clear. I don't have brain fog, but as soon as I eat like a junk food or a like white flour messes me up. That messes me up every time. I just feel gross.
Not good for you.
Tired and not good at all. Mystery sauce. I've been on a weight loss journey trying to better my life. Lost 20 pounds already.
Woo! That is awesome.
Very cool. Good job.
20
it up.
pounds is no joke. 20 pounds is
20
no
pounds is awesome.
freaking joke.
I'm going to show you this. Look. That says consistency is key. Stay consistent. Don't give up.
Think about how much 20 pounds weighs. Like you go to the store to buy some meat, right? You grab that tri-tip. It weighs a pound. And it's like that big.
It's big.
You know? It costs like $30.
I always think of a pound of hamburger when I think about pounds. I just stick hamburger meats on myself.
Think about 20 pounds of hamburger and like put it on yourself. This dude lost it. Good job. Proud of you. That's what I'm talking about. Health. Substance misuse can wreak havoc on your physical health, impacting everything from your heart to your liver, your skin, and sobriety can lead to a noticeable improvement on your physical health and well-being, allowing you to live a longer life. And it's not really been proven that exercise increases the length of your life because, you know, things happen. People get cancer. People get hit by cars. There's really no proof that it extends your life, you know. But it does increase the quality of the life which you live. Like Fleas was saying, but stuff put in your body can help with your mind, which if it helps with your mind, you're going to achieve better goals. You're going to be in better moods. Like everything just works together.
Emotions get regulated, all that stuff.
Yes.
Eat your greens. Just kidding. I love greens, actually. I actually just bought these really delicious like cauliflower things. They're crispy. If you like fried cauliflower,
Mm-hmm.
I suggest. Delicious.
It's way cool.
What up, Ellen?
So a good reason, another passion to pursue goals as such as these is enhanced mental health. Addiction often coexists with mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and trauma. And we listed a bunch of reasons why you might be depressed or have anxiety. Sobriety can significantly reduce the symptoms leading to improved emotional or well-being, stable and mental health state. LT, you must have days where you don't want to do anything. And when you do, how do you feel at the end of the day? So, oh man, I wish I could. I should have pulled up this picture, but I wanted to label it procrastination. It's just the way I felt, so I took this picture real quick. See if you can get that on your camera. If you look at that, it's me staring at my bike. Okay, I've been riding. I'm practicing for a mountain bike race, a 46-mile mountain bike race. And every day, I don't want to ride. Felice saw me the other day. I told her, I was like, I don't want to do this. And I've been training in the middle of the day during the heat, in the 90-degree weather we got going on right now, just to make it harder. And I sat and looked at my bike for like 20 minutes. I just sat there, not wanting to do it. My knees hurt. My legs hurt. I just felt like climbing in bed because the air conditioner was on and wanted to be comfortable. And I knew as soon as I got out there, the sun was going to melt me. And it's weird because when you're in that moment of procrastination, like I wanted to label that picture, you can't picture yourself huffing and puffing and sweating. You like dread, like, I don't want to be there. I do not want to be there where my lungs are burning and my legs are burning and I'm dodging cars and it's hot and I got sweat dripping into my eyes. I still haven't figured out how to get sweat to stay out of my eyes. And I just do it anyway. Like those thoughts are there. The procrastination slows me down from, like getting on my bike immediately and running out the door with a smile on my face to just like, oh, okay. And I just get on. I just slowly start pedaling until I get a quarter of a mile, half a mile away, click another couple gears and grab a little bit more speed. And before I know it, my heart's pumping. I'm in zone 2. My legs are working. All of a sudden, the book I'm listening to is kicking in. I'm listening to and I'm listening to motivating books like Cameron Hayes and David Goggins and Tim S. Grover and all those type of guys. And it's all of a sudden I enter the zone, right? Into the zone of the pleasure of the pain. All of a sudden my legs are burning and it feels good. The sweat's coming in and it feels good. 30 minutes before that, I couldn't have imagined myself there and did not want to be there. But then once I'm in it, I love it. And then I complete the whole loop that I've been doing lately. I did 109 miles on my bike this week. And at the end, I get to come home. I'm sweating. I usually go sit on the back porch and I try to cool off in stages and drink a bunch of water. And I've accomplished it. I look at my legs, I can see my veins poking out and it just feels amazing. And I know I did something and conquered myself because my body, if I would have listened to my body, I wouldn't have done it. And then a couple hours later, I would have been like, oh, why didn't I do it?
Should have just done it.
And that's the 10-10-10 rule that I've learned the other day. When you're about to eat something, think about what you're going to feel like in 10 minutes, 10 hours, and 10 days. What decision you're about to make, how are you going to feel in 10 minutes, 10 hours, and 10 days? And so I sit there on the bike and I look and I go, well, if I quit and I don't do this, I will feel some relief. Oh, good. I don't have to go and sweat and work and have my muscles hurt. I'll be comfortable in the nice, cool air in the next 10 minutes. About 10 hours, shame within, as the 10 hours gets closer, shame and guilt starts kicking in. I start beating myself up. Here comes the anxiety, the little bit of depression. I should have done it. I should have, could have. Why didn't I do it? Oh, I'm a failure, right? 10 days from now, that's a whole day I missed of training to accomplish a goal that I'm trying to hit. So think about it. You got to do it. If you don't feel like doing it, you just go and do it until your mind is, your body will follow where your mind goes. So take your mind and just go with it and your body will follow and thank you later every time. And I tell this to people all the time. People are probably getting sick of me hearing it. There's 80% of the workouts I don't want to do, but 100% of the workouts I do, I'm grateful and glad I did. It's crazy.
Yep. It's like shirt. Doing hard things makes you stronger.
Yes.
Doing it. What up, Ellen?
Alan Hoffa.
Mystery sauce. Mystery sauce. It's hard because I'm from France, where the best food is too unhealthy. But we're staying disciplined. Well, I bet they got some good stuff in France too. I
You know
was,
what's crazy? There's a lady I know. Her name's Kathy in
Hi,
Salt Lake. She
Kathy.
works for Tosa. She just went to France. Here in America, she is, what's that where you can't eat bread? She has to do all the gluten-free stuff.
Celiacs?
Yeah, she's got that here in America. She went to France and ate the bread there and was fine.
That's weird.
Yeah.
America's food is just so gross, I think.
Genetically modified garbage.
It's so hard to find good food here.
Yeah. So lucky for you for being in France so you could have a good piece of bread.
Yeah.
I envy that for sure.
I was having a chat with my friend yesterday, and she's from out east, and she's like, she came to Utah, and she's Mrs. Barbecue and all that stuff, and she's like, I should have known what Utah food was like when you guys are known for fry sauce, for mixing mayonnaise with ketchup. Just all boring.
Yeah. That's our
That's Utah. That's Utah food in a nutshell. Fry sauce.
He says, what's wrong with the bread here? So in America, our wheat, and you can look at like do some research on it if you feel like it. But we started to genetically modify the wheat here to get bigger, more giant harvests, right? And it's like the wheat isn't what wheat used to be back in the day. Over there in France, it still, I think, is. But you can look at diabetes and overweight as soon as we started genetically modifying our fields to grow mass production type stuff, and all the white flours and all the breads that are, donuts, crackers, Ritz crackers, white bread. Even our wheat bread isn't that wheat.
Yeah, our flour's
And
trash.
it's really not good for you. As soon as you eat it, it turns into like straight sugar. It's just, you might as well just be eating a
Hyper
drinking a cup.
processed.
Yeah.
It's like just sticking sugar in your vein is our bread. Yeah, send us some French bread.
Real French bread. That would be awesome.
I bet it's delicious. Yeah, wear a headband. Keep sweat out of your eyes.
I did that. I got this like, it's kind of like one you put over your whole face for the winter, but I put it on top of my head and I pull it back, and then I have to wear my helmet like back, and I think I'm bald. I don't have no hair for one.
His hair doesn't catch it.
My hair don't catch it 'cause I ain't got none. And then two, it's like 95 million degrees outside.
You're gonna sweat no matter. We just go outside and you sweat.
Yeah, it's hard to find good quality food. And that's something that people give up on. I'm not going to eat good because it's hard. It's too hard to do all the stuff that we're talking about and find reasons why to stay sober and to live a better, happier, stronger life is hard. It's difficult. Choose your hard, because being lazy, lethargic, and all that stuff is hard too. But another reason why to keep improving is to have better relationships. Number whatever we're on our list here. Substance abuse often strains relationships with family and friends, and by staying sober, you'll have the opportunity to rebuild these connections, form healthier relationships, and experience the joy of being fully present with your loved ones. We talk about this in groups sometimes. It's even though you're missing family time at a rehab, you're more present with them because you are sober.
Yep, that time's totally worth it. If you have to go to rehab and give up that time with your family, totally worth it, because the time you do spend with your family is going to be actual quality time. Like, you'll be there instead of not quite being there, and then not remembering. Like, totally worth it. Don't even feel bad if you're going to a rehab. Don't even feel bad.
Another why to stay sober, keep growing, and learn is financial stability. Addiction can often lead to financial problems from overspending on substances, losing your job, and sobriety can help you regain your financial stability, reducing stress and providing you with resources to invest in your future. You can map I'm sure we probably could go back into the history of during my drinking days, and every year you see the thousands of dollars I spent on whiskey continue just to climb year by year. Another reason why, and another reason to pursue your passions, is because you're going to have increased productivity. As your brain clears from the effects of substance, you'll notice an improvement on your focus and complete tasks. And that has to do with working out, exercising, eating clean as well. This can lead to a better job performance and a sense of accomplishment. Personal growth often involves self-reflection, right? This could mean developing new coping skills, discovering new strengths that you didn't even know you had, and become a stronger, more resilient person. Press through, learn, so that you can understand and do these things.
Definitely get those new coping skills. Figure those out. Aubrey says he likes your 10-minute, 10-hour, 10 days concept.
Yeah, that's pretty cool,
Very
huh?
cool concept.
It's not mine. I heard it from somebody. Can't remember where, but it stuck with me. And I try to pull that up as I'm making decisions. How am I going to feel? Because I like the honesty of the first 10 minutes. Say you're on a diet, right? Say you're like easy up here. Or not easy, I'm sorry.
Mystery.
Yeah.
Mystery sauce.
Mystery sauce. Fry sauce.
Mayonnaise and ketchup.
Say he was on
I
his
know.
pursuit to lose 20 pounds, and he looks and sees a donut. How's he going to feel in 10 minutes? He's still going to have the pleasure. It's going to still be like a good taste
gonna
in
feel
his
delicious.
mouth. Yeah, there's a reward to quitting. There's a reward to eating unhealthy for 15, 20 minutes. It feels good. It tastes good. It drops endorphins. You get a sugar rush, whatever, right? But it's the few hours after that we want to focus on.
You get the sugar crash, and then you get tired, and then you're like, dang it, why'd I do that? Now I feel like I have to start over.
Go out there and be a badass.
Yeah.
Is the gist of this podcast. It is easy to be great nowadays because everyone else is weak. If you have any mental toughness, if you have any fraction of self-discipline, the ability to not want to do it, but still do it, if you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side of that is greatness. That's another quote from David Goggins.
And we want you guys to be great.
Discipline is your best friend. It will take care of you like nothing else. That's Jocko.
Jocko.
Arnold Schwarzenegger says the last 3 or 4 reps is what makes the muscle grow. This area of pain divides the champion from someone else who is not a champion. That's what most people lack. Having the guts to go on and just say they'll go through the pain no matter what happens. And that's what Cameron Haynes and this bow hunter guy, it's really on my mind because I just smashed that book this week. But he's like, I don't care if I didn't get enough sleep. I don't care if my knees hurt. I'll go slower. I don't care what kind of pain I'm in. Am I hurt? And then this other guy I'm listening to is an Army Ranger. He said, are you hurt or are you injured? Because there's a difference. If it hurts, keep going. If you're injured, that's because you probably have a broken something and need to go to the doctor. But if it just hurts, you can still press through. Make it happen. Work around it.
That reminds me of G.I. Jane. They say that on that show. Are you hurt or are you injured?
Are you hurt or injured?
I'm just hurt. Then keep going. Make the next set the best set in my mentality in the gym.
Make the next set my best set. Oh, I love it.
I actually love the last set. It's probably my favorite because the first set, it's hard. Everything hurts. Kind of getting into it. The second set, everything's starting to loosen up, whatever. By the third set, got a good rhythm. The fourth set, and by the fifth set, I'm like in the zone, getting it done. That's my favorite set, the last one.
Michael Phelps has a good quote. He says, when I'm tired, I just think about how great I will feel once I finally reach my goal.
Yeah.
Gabriella Reese, she's a volleyball player. She says, if you want to stay fit, surround yourself with a couple of chicks who are fired up so that one day when you're not, you can feed off their energy.
That's right. Gotta have buddies. Especially them good fired up buddies. Because you're not always going to feel it. But if you got a buddy that's like, let's go, you're going to do it.
And then the last comment we're going to do before we get into our book is from Cameron Haynes. He says, you have to practice every day. You have to be thinking about it every day. Whatever this is, whatever pursuit you're on, whatever passion you are around, you have to be thinking about it every day. Most people are just not going to have either the time or the inclination or the discipline or whatever it is, the mental fortitude, whatever it is to do that right. So be obsessed, be relentless. So we are going through this book on the last 15 minutes of our show called 40 Questions. 40 questions to change your life. And today's question is, who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Are they increasing you or are they holding you back? Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Is it coworkers? Obviously, you can't do much about coworkers, but the way that you handle the negativity that's possibly around them. Who are the 5 most important people in your life that you talk to on the telephone or text or people who are feeding you, right?
Yeah, even at work, you can find those coworkers that are going to work hard, and you can find the ones that aren't.
Oh, yeah.
You can find the good ones, and you stick with those ones.
So these 5 people, are they increasing you or are they holding you back? He goes on to say, he said, I've received a phone call from a good friend and the board member of my ministry, Tim Richmond. Tim wanted to meet with me and pick my brain. I insist on paying for lunch, and I insist on paying you something for your time. What you know will really help me, he said. I must admit. What you know will really help me, he said. I must admit I was a little uncomfortable charging anything because he is such a good friend. We had our meeting, and he asked some excellent questions. Tim is one of the brightest men that I know, but what he was about to say to me would greatly impact me. I never forgot his word. He says, nobody has your experience. You've been the head of 3 publishing companies. You sold nearly 2 million books as an author. Think about how many people would like to talk to you about the book that's a dream in their heart. You would bring a perspective that no one else in Christian publishing could. He says, as I left our meeting, I drove back to my office, and Tim's words were still ringing in my heart and my mind. And I must say, I'd never seriously considered how helpful and valuable my insights and experience could be. But I tell you exactly where I was driving when I decided to make myself available to authors, to help them create their books, to help them publish their books. He said, from that day forward, I've been consistently busy helping authors by simply making myself available to them. I don't think I ever would have had this idea without the words Tim said to me that day. And then he goes on to say, isn't it incredibly important who we associate with and who we let speak into our lives? Who do you associate with, and who do you let speak into your lives? God connects us with people because he loves people. Listen closely to those God has sent your way. Tell me who your friends are, and I will tell you who you are. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those you closely associate with, for good and for bad. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. If you run with the wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar at great heights. Almost all our sorrows spring out of relationships with the wrong people. E.K. Piper said, keep out of the suction caused by those who drift backwards. Keep out of the suction by those who drift backwards. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. We should pray, Lord, deliver me from people who talk of nothing but despair and failure. What do people talk about around you? Is it always complaining and whining and despair and failure? Stay away. Rather, grant me the companionship of those who think success will work and will work for it. A Bulgarian proverb confirms, if you find yourself taking 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards, invariably it is because you have mixed associations in your life. If a loafer isn't a nuisance to you, it is a sign that you are somewhat of a loafer yourself. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. A true friend is one who is there to care. It has been said a good friend is like one mind in 2 bodies. Robert Lewis said, a friend is a gift you give yourself. You'll find a true friend remains friends even when you don't deserve to have a friend. This person will see you through when others think that you're through. The wisdom of Proverbs asserts, do not forsake your own friend or your father's friend, and do not go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor who is near than a brother who is far away. So choose your associates carefully. This old saying is true. He that lieth down with dogs shall rise up with fleas. A true friend sees what he can be. Consider what Francisco said. Since there is nothing so well worth having a friend, never lose a chance to make them. Go make some new friends. Never become friends with someone because you both agree on negativity. Don't let people be negative and whiny and cry all the time. And if they are, cut them off. Don't make friends with people because you agree on the negativity. My best friend is a man who is wishing me well, wishes it for my sake. That's Aristotle says. The Bible declares iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens his countenance of his friends. Thomas Clare observes, "Show me the man you honor, and I will know what kind of man you are. For it shows me what your ideal of manhood is and what kind of man you long to be." Who do you look up to in your life? Who
Who's your role model?
Who's your role model? Who's one you aspire to be? Show me your role models, and I'll show you the kind of person you want to be. Which kind of encourages me because I see the role models that I've been clinging to lately, and these dudes are badasses. And I think because of that, I came up with this great idea today. And it's nothing new, but I'm going to pursue it. If you were to list your greatest benefits, resources, or strengths, you would find that money is one of the least important ones. While some of your greatest resources are the people you know, my friend Mike Murdoch said, someone is always observing you who is capable of greatly blessing you. I believe that God blesses people through people. He has the right associations for you in your life. So a true friend is your best possession. Question being, who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? And are they increasing you or are they holding you back?
I would say mine are increasing me.
Same.
Even the ladies at work stick out with the good ones. They'd probably be the 2 ladies at work and you and probably I have 4 people and Aubrey, like 4 people.
Yeah, I don't have very many friends myself. I got a new friend back in my life, which is awesome.
Which one?
SC. Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What up, Steve?
If you're watching, love you, brother.
Brad's here. What up, Brad? Haven't seen you forever.
What's up, BK?
I'm assuming this is Jeanette.
Jeanette.
She's the one
Gotta
that
be.
takes all the exams.
She's the smartest one in the room right now.
Ruth Batterskinsberg.
40 Questions to Change Your Life by John Mason. 40 Questions to Change Your Life.
Let's see if I can find it. 40 questions.
Hold this up to the camera.
Boom. Oh, I'm covering it. There you go. Boomski.
That's going to be my, during this live stream, as I read one question every Sunday with you all, this will be my 3rd time through this book. Love it. So we are talking about mediocrity. Being mediocre. What does your day look like? That's what we talked about. What does it look like when you get out of bed? What do you do throughout your day? How much time do you spend wasting on stuff that's just blah for your mind because all you want to do is be entertained and kill time? What are you doing to grow as a human being physically, mentally, and spiritually? And if you're not, why are you wasting this gift of life that's been given to you? That's what drives me crazy, is we have this capability physically to be strong. We have this capability mentally to learn a lot of things and to act out with wisdom and to hand it down to other people. The older we get, the younger generations can learn from us and all our lessons learned. There's a quote up here. Any process you are going through will be quicker if you take the time to learn something. If you have a bad experience and you don't learn anything, you have wasted your life. If you make a mistake and learn from it, you have taken a step forward.
Oh, I'm going to send this to you. I don't know if you can. Can you play it?
I don't know.
Here, I'm going to send it to you.
Play it on here?
Yeah. Or is it too late?
No?
Here, hold on.
We'll
It's
see.
pretty good. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. It's about mistakes. I think you'll like it.
So what are you doing with your life? I always think about that. I don't know why this has been on my mind so much lately. And if you've watched the last 3 live streams that we've had, you've heard me say it a billion times. But we're all going to die, right? 10 out of 10 people die. And we can... All right, I'm going to play this from Feliz real quick. I just gotta do
It's
a
about
screen
mistakes.
share.
It's good stuff.
I did it.
All right, so this is going to play halfway.
Hey, watch it.
And
1.5 times.
We got to...
Amen. Learning every day due to my mistakes.
Come on.
It's an opportunity to be better. That's what it is. It's playing. That book, eBay, $17.
Oh my God. Never mind. I'm on Firefox, so it's going to be weird.
Oh,
Wait, I can do this. Achoo! I can sneeze.
Amazon, $6.99.
What is?
That book.
Oh, I
Alan
got
wanted
that
me
book in the airport.
to let you know his phone died.
Who did?
Oh, sad. Tell him that that's sad. Alan's phone died.
Oh, Alan.
Alan, I'm sorry your phone died. You'll never know what we're saying.
No,
Oh.
it ain't happening.
No, too bad. You guys will never know.
Just have to drop it in the chat. You guys can watch it later.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
I like Selma Hayek. Anyways, just of it is Selma Hayek's like, it's your mistake. Own it and then learn from it. That's it in a nutshell. Rest in pieces, Alan's phone. Oh, Firefox is weird.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Is there popping sounds?
No, Alan said no.
Nice. So that's cool then. Firefox is good for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy.
On eBay for 17. Dude, I got that book in an airport for like $8, I think.
Yeah, that's why I said Amazon $6.99. Try that. eBay is expensive. Unless things are more expensive in France. Oh wait, no, you're in Australia. Maybe things are more expensive in Australia.
Probably.
Do you know that they don't tip in Australia?
Why?
Because they pay people enough. I don't know. I saw some
you
lady.
don't tip your waitresses and waiters?
I saw a lady. She's like trying to get used to it. It was Tia actually. She's like, I can't get used to tipping people. She's like, doesn't make any sense to me.
Huh. That's cool. That's wild. So here's my health tip for the day. Drink lots of water and put lemon in it. Drink lemon water every single day. I've been drinking lemon water every day for, same in Japan, for about 2 years now. And my health has improved a ton physically. And all the vitamin C you're constantly getting every single day. It's good for you. That's my tip for today. No tip? One time I was in Las
Give me a
Vegas.
tip. Just kidding.
I was in Vegas and I had my kids. We were tired. Felice was like 6 months pregnant. And Amos and Zylan were just little guys, probably like 6 and 5 or maybe 7 and 6. I don't know. They were little guys. And we're out on the strip. And you know how the guys out there on Vegas Strip dress up like other characters, right?
Superheroes.
Superheroes and whatnot. And this one guy who was dressed up like Captain Jack Sparrow. Looked just like
yeah.
the guy. My kids went running over to him. And I was like, ugh. And all I wanted to do was leave. It was hot. I wanted to get in the car and leave. It was late. We had already walked a million miles. But they run up there and they pose with him. And I'm just like, ugh, screw it. Took a picture. And the kids come running back and he looks at me. He's all, no tip. He's all, no tip. I was like, ugh. And we just left. I gave him a Roy from Ted Lasso.
You haven't seen it. Ted Lasso's the best.
Ted
my
Lasso's
eyes are
awesome.
itchy. Allergies.
All right, y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, glad y'all joined us tonight.
God,
Grant us the serenity
to accept the things we cannot change, the
the
courage to change the things we can,
and
and the wisdom to know the difference.
Amen.
Amen. Love it. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Share us out. And we will be back next Sunday.
Sunday at 7.
7:00. Until then, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your programs, and remember, we recover better together.